So Jody Wilson-Raybould and Jane Philpott were both today saying nice things about the Green Party and Elizabeth May, but neither one inclined to join the Green Party. More on that in a moment, but the Greens do have a second MP joining Elizabeth May in the House of Commons. Paul Manley was sworn in today as the MP for Nanaimo Ladysmith on Vancouver Island. He won the by-election there earlier this month. Elizabeth May had hoped to add Wilson-Raybould and Philpott to her parliamentary caucus and had several meetings about that with the two women over the past few weeks, but turns out Elizabeth May even offered the party leadership to Jody Wilson-Raybould. The leader of the Green Party, Elizabeth May, joins me now from the foyer of the House of Commons this evening. Elizabeth May, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Peter.
Listen, let's start there. How did you come to offer Jody Wilson-Raybould the leadership of the Green Party if she would be interested in running under the Green banner?
Well, I have to correct that because that's like a game of that game of broken telephone. The leadership of the Green Party of Canada is not something I can control or give away. But as you can imagine, I'm always looking at successor planning. And I would love great people to run, but the decision around who is leader isn't something I can give away. I'd have to step down, then there'd be a leadership race.
So how did that conversation go?
Very quickly. I said, by the way, if I think you'd be a really great fit for the Green Party. If either of you were interested in running for leader, for instance, they said no. So that's how the conversation went. That's pretty much all of it.
Okay, so to be clear, this was I guess I'm not sure how to frame it now, a consideration, a conversation around leadership after the upcoming election. I mean, I think you've suggested that after this election, you're interested in remaining a member of Parliament, but not.
Well, I can tell you, I'm committed to being the member of Parliament for Saanich Gulf Islands for a good long time. I'm not committed to staying on as leader, although I'm very much committed to growing the Green movement. I could see myself staying on as leader but I think it's clear that I've now been leader of the Green Party longer than any of the other party leaders have led their own parties. Now, there's something about experience. I suppose that's a good thing, and I don't take it lightly, and I have no interest in leaving my work as the Member of Parliament for Saanich Gulf Islands. But successor planning is something people need to do. It's just unusual in the world of television reporting to actually say it out loud.
Yeah, no kidding. So was this a negotiation?
No.
How would you frame these conversations?
Honest, friendly, helpful, process of discernment, process of thought, looking at options, and I tried to put myself in their shoes as much as possible and saying, well, running as an independent is going to be really hard. I mean, there's pluses and minuses. Frankly, I still don't really understand why they didn't decide to run as Greens. Their chances would be better, and they really are a good fit, and as you heard from them, they see us as natural allies. So that said, I have to think about the fact that I believe, as a Canadian and as a Green, I believe that Jody Wilson-Raybould's voice and Jane Philpott's voice are important in Canadian politics. So given my druthers, I'd like to help them get re-elected. That's much harder when they're not members of my party.
Yeah, let me come back to that. I mean, so what they did say today was when asked a little bit about that, they've decided they don't really fit everything. They don't fit in the party box right now, and that they want to make this run as independents. In effect, saying what I read from it, the party system's not working. It's not the way that we need to proceed. I mean, do you agree with them on that?
Yeah, well, I mean, the Green Party is, as the Green Party founder from Germany, Petra Kelly, said years ago, that the Greens were the anti-party party. I've said for many years that Canadian democracy would work better if we didn't have political parties at all. So I do agree with them that the tight control over what happens behind these doors, what happens in Parliament, is increasingly run by the back rooms of the NDP, Liberals and Conservatives. Their backroom
right, the non-elected people.
Well, the unelected people make big decisions around what the MPs get to debate, what they get to say. And I find that the more that the large political parties have power over their individual MPs, the less real democracy we get. So that's the position of the Green Party. So we really believe and we support that, as Paul Manley knows, we don't have whipped votes. And when he stands up to speak, he doesn't run what he's going to say past me first. We believe that we need to fix democracy democracy in Canada by reducing the power of the large old line parties and the fact that they treat their MPs pretty much as cogs in a machine.
How concerned are you that what really might be happening here is they're saying nice things about the Greens and you, so they can try to get Green supporters to vote for them as independents in their respective ridings?
Well, that may be an effort that I encourage. We'll see how that goes as a conversation within the Green Party. There's certainly
so you'd like to see them get elected?
Absolutely.
Which means, but your constitution requires you to run candidates in every riding.
That's right.
You hope your own candidates don't win against them?
I would never, ever fail to support a Green Party candidate running a serious campaign supported by their local Green electoral district associations. But the local Greens have to make up their minds. Do they want to run a real campaign, or do they want to just put a name on the ballot and go to work to see if they can help Jody Wilson-Raybould, who's declared herself a natural ally of Greens? We don't have anybody else in the Liberals, the NDP, or the Conservatives declaring themselves to be our natural allies. In every other situation, the people on the ballot across Canada are going to be trying to defeat Greens. I know that what Jody Wilson-Raybould and Jade Philpott said today, as if Canadians were listening, was if you're anywhere but in our ridings, it's a good idea to vote Green.
All right, we'll have to watch and see what happens, but thanks for your time tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Peter.